Dat mag je zo leuk doen als je zelf wilt. Ik let vooral op jullie verhaal, inhoudelijk. Doe je dat niet?
Ja, maar
dan
dan knippen we er wel uit. Dat is wel goed op natuurlijk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are ready for takeoff?
Okay, so welcome at our presentation. My name is Sarah, Meiske, Kim and Bram, and we are going to talk about hotel restaurant Zwarte Water in Zwitserland. The main time wasters in this company are writing down the order, putting the order in the computer, then placing the order in the kitchen, and all the unnecessary steps that are taken in this whole process.
The objective for this process is to reduce the time process. Now the whole process takes 30 minutes, and we hope to reduce this by 50%. We hope to create more customers and generate a higher customer satisfaction and eventually get a higher turnover.
Zwarte Water serves approximately 25 tables a day, 7 times a week. So this process runs 9,125 times a year. And the process begins with the customers entering the restaurant and ends with customers leaving the restaurant.
So the analysis we have to put up the problem is that there is too much value of time is lost during the process. Why? This is because some steps are unnecessary, and these steps they can be put together. And why? Then the process will accelerate. And why? Then there is less much time within the process. And why now the steps? The steps that are taken more efficient. So, like Kim said, Zwarte Water has approximately 25 tables, and if you multiply that by the 15.5 minutes, you will come to a number of 387.5 minutes per day, like valuable time is lost, and that outcome you multiply by 365, so that is 141,437.5 minutes per year, and that is 2,357 hours. Those 387.5 you multiply by 8.60, and that's the wasted money per year. So that's about 3,332.50. The direct costs are 2,031.75. If you divide those by 365, you will waste approximately 5.57 euros a day, and it's if you divide it by the 1500, it's 1.571 FTE, and so 1 minute per table is lost, and you multiply it by 2, so 2 minutes per table, 25 tables, so it means 50 minutes. 50 times 365 is 18,250, is 305 hours. The direct costs are 430 euros. Because we multiply the 50 minutes by 8.60. That's it's the salary from the employees. And if you divide the 430 by 365, that is 1.18 euros wasted per day, and that's approximately 0.203 FTE.
So the improved state the zwarte water will change the process by using tablets. So this eliminates all of the steps that we mentioned previously that are writing down the order, putting it in the computer, placing the order at the kitchen, etc. Because the software those tablets use, they basically the orders travel so fast automatically that waiters don't need to do that all by themselves. So this will save them a lot of time and a lot of unnecessary effort, which they can use more wisely.
So our plan is to improve the process of taking orders on paper. Now the waiter has to go to the customer, write down their order and go back to the computer, put it in the computer. But now with the tablets they have to put it in the tablet and the tablet will send it to the computer, so they don't have to do that anymore, so that would save a lot of time.
Once the tablets have been bought and used in the process, they don't need to be controlled. There should be someone which is able to repair the tablets when they're broken, and there will be a feedback interview with the managers and the employees, and they will have to look at if the tablets are providing an improvement to the process or not. And then we have a good thing because Bram has presented it to his managers and they're taking it into consideration. So our plan might become reality. And this was our presentation.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My first question has been answered already. You presented it already to the management.
Yeah.
And they were glad with the.
Yeah, they were pretty positive, and they are trying to figure out how they'll manage this this solution, and if they're going to implement it in their restaurant. Because it's kind of an investment.
So undoubtedly they would have asked you also that what is the investment in terms of financial investment for the iPads?
Yeah, we have found like the cheapest iPad on like a tablet on coolblue.nl. That's approximately 70 euros. So if you implement a few tablets of those and then
how many do you have to buy? More or less.
Like 8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
So it's almost nothing.
Exactly.
No. But then you also have to install some software, and where you have to pay per tablet per month. So yeah.
These investments and costs which you are going to save, are they also in this sheet?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Where are they? Investment of the
they're
iPad?
not
No, they're
on the
not
sheet,
here.
but we have the
Like for the in the foodie project there, it's
Yeah.
described.
but we can implement it in this.
No need anymore, because this is definitive. This is the end of the project. But in terms of the financial outcome, it would have been better if you had included also the investment which you have to make.
Yeah.
Because your managers are positive, I believe, only based on, or mainly based on the fact that they are going to save costs.
Yeah.
Also, if there is an investment to be made, after the investment there is a cost saving going to happen for the rest of the coming year and the coming years. That should have been mentioned in here also. Sarah, you showed us about the improved state process. What are the differences, the main differences between the current state and the improved state?
So the main difference is.
Please feel free to point at them.
Yes. So let's say what the main difference from the current state and improved state is that during the current state, every thing the waiters basically do costs a lot of time. So they need to run back and forth from the table to the computer to the kitchen, etc. So that runs 9,125 times a year. If you eliminate all of those steps by using the tablet, which automatically sends the orders to the places the waiters would otherwise go, they save all of these times, which means that like on a yearly basis, they can basically do other things while they were doing those things. So, for example, clean other tables, prepare things otherwise. And so, in effect, the waiters the work they do and the time they have will be used more effectively, and that will eventually also save the company, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Bram and Sarah, you mentioned about the new improved state of the process. You mentioned steps to be left out.
Yeah.
The new process.
As you can see, a lot of emotion
there's
is
quite
here
a lot
in the current state.
Which are the most important?
The most important are definitely like if you went to a table and you have to walk to the kitchen to give the order through. That's because the distance is a lot longer and you have to do that several times. And when you're working with a tablet, you can just walk around the tables. And
you stay with the customers.
Yeah, you're working more efficient.
You've been there, all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You enjoy dinner?
Well, free coffee.
Investigate. All right, thank you very much. No more questions.
Okay.
Thank you for this process. Thank you for presenting this thing. Heel goed dat je bij het bedrijf...
Omdat ik ook een pluspuntje heb in het bedrijf, maar gaat zien. Ik zeg ook dat ik ook een pluspuntje heb in het bedrijf.
Nee, maar ik kan me voorstellen dat je het ook leuk vindt, dat je met iets bezig bent wat van waarde is voor, in dit geval zijn werkgever. In plaats van dat je hier alleen met theorie bezig bent.
Toen we ermee bezig waren, dan had ik ook wel... soms vragen we ook met de studie gaat en zo. En dan, waar ik dan nu mee bezig ben, had ik dan... vertelde ik, maar ik ben nu toevallig bezig met hier een beetje kijken.
Ja.
En zeg maar tegen mijn mede-collega's waar ik dan mee werk. En die zeiden, wat grappig. En wat behandel je dan zojuist? En waar denk je dan dat we kunnen verbeteren en zo. Dus we waren dan ook wel heel erg nieuwsgierig dan meteen.
Leuk.
Dus,
dat komt er mooi uit.
Dus het kwam ook van de werknemers zelf, of niet alleen van de organisatie, zeg maar.
Ja. Ik geef nu geen exact cijfer, dan wil ik alles even op een rijtje zetten. Maar ik kan je wel vertellen dat het keurig voldoende is. Het zal zo rond de 6,5 zitten.
Okay.
Ik hoop de cijfers vandaag of morgen in te kunnen kloppen. Ja. Voor jullie wel onder 1 voorbehoud. Deze sheet staat nog niet op ELO, hè, dacht ik.
Nee.
Het is de bedoeling dat jullie dat even op ELO uploaden.
Onder gewoon het vakje zelf?
Er is een inleveropdracht.
Ja,
als je
en dan allemaal, alle 4.
Nee, gewoon eentje. Eentje.
Okay.
Of maar één persoon voor jullie te doen. Nee, dat heeft te maken met archivering. We hebben voorschriften dat het archiveren moet via ELO. Want dan kunnen we het nog jarenlang blijven zien. En checken en dergelijke. Dus één van jullie, of die het even op ELO wil, stuur me dan even een mailtje dat je dat gedaan hebt.
Ja.
Maar dan kan ik aansluitend het cijfer ook meegeven. Als jullie het cijfer 1 keer hebben, dan doe je het niet meer. Hè? Zo werkt het wel vaak. Mooi, dank jullie wel.
Ja, bedankt.
Strijd je met eventuele andere werk die jullie nog moeten doen in deze weken. En daarna is vakantie, hè? Nee.
Ja.
Een hele lange vakantie.
Ja.
Dat is het af.
Is die nog maar.